Hey everyone, I'm Jerusha. You're watching Jerusha Couture TV. I am so excited today. Two main reasons. One, I'm going to do my frequently asked question video it's not a tag, I just made it up because I get a lot of inbox questions and some comment questions, and I'm just going to sort of answer them in a video. And then secondly, because of my hairstyle today, you know I'm a hair fanatic. I subscribe to her channel, Samanthaschuerman. She is a major YouTube partner in the United States. Check out her channel, I'll leave it below. She is so candid and fabulous. I wanted to do this questions and answers kind of video, just I guess know a little bit more about me, because we have a great relationship on YouTube with my subscribers and my regular viewers and stuff. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm looking down because the list is below me. So let's get started. First major question that's always asked is obviously about my fashion label and about my studies and what I did and where I went and things like that. I'm going to answer all of those ones kind of towards the end. Okay, so I got a few basic questions like how old are you? I am 26. I will turn 27 this October 2011. A lot of people come into my store and they think I'm like 19, especially when I have my bob out. They're sort of like, oh, you're so young, you're like 19, which I guess is a compliment. I believe I have a lot of wrinkles. I have too many wrinkles going on up here, which I've mentioned before in a video. We'll deal with that later with some Botox. Second question up is how tall are you? I think this is a really interesting question, and sometimes I think I want to ask that to some of my people I subscribe to and watch a lot, because we're always sitting down or we're always holding a camera here, you know. I am 167 centimeters tall, so it's like 5'6", 5'5", 5'6". God, I'm bad with heights and translating it. What is your nationality? I am, I guess you would say, Australian and half English. Not really. I am 100% Caucasian. My father is English and my mother is Australian, born and raised in Melbourne. People ask me what my nationality is a lot in the store. I actually said this to my friends the other night at dinner. I was like, what do I look like? And he said, you could pass as Greek. Interesting. Love Greeks, don't get me wrong, but I don't know how I could pass as Greek. I'm very Aussie. Ooh, 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 oi, oi, Aussie. Oh, I'm not even gonna try and do the chant, that's really embarrassing. Brings me to my next question. How long have I owned my apartment for? This was interesting because I really did make a video the second I moved in here. I have been in here probably since April. So March 31st I moved. 3 months. Yay! This is the funniest question I ever got. Don't have the user's name, but I get questions on my teeth quite regularly, but this particular question was really funny, and I know they weren't being rude, they were just trying to ask me in the most unawkward way possible. Do you have dentures? I don't think they meant to say dentures. They put here dentures, comma, veneers. So obviously asking if I have cap teeth or veneered teeth. And then what whitening do you use? I do not have dentures. My teeth don't come out at night and go in a glass. They're natural teeth. It's the funniest question. People have the most interesting questions, I guess, when they watch your videos. You put it out there, they get to ask. I take good care of them. I'm not obsessive, but I take good care of them because at age 20, I got braces. That is an old age to get braces. If your family can afford to have the ability to then afford braces, which are expensive. You're looking around 4 to 5 grand for a good set of braces, treatment, follow-ups, things like that. If you can do it, do it. It will change your life. There is nothing better than a really good smile, confident. If you are in an industry where you need to see people, I need to be one with people every day and talk and smile and invite them into my store and look at my fashion label. This is the best thing you could do. I waited till I was a bit older. I'm not quite sure. It was something to do So I have another question here to do with ice skating. What sport did you play as a child? And I was a figure skater, and I think I didn't want braces when I was skating, so I waited till I was older. I don't know, I have to ask my mum about that one. Jara, my brother's channel, check it out. Jara, can you tell me, I don't really remember, I think I wasn't allowed braces while I was skating, and I had to wait until I was 20. So I had them when I was 20. 20. Yeah. That's right. Try going to the clubs and trying to like pick up a new boyfriend with braces on. So yes, that is why. Whitening, had whitening done through the dentist, through the orthodontist too, where they put the gum, the clear teeth guard on, and you put the gel inside and you wear it overnight, and that is the best you can ever get. If you cannot afford that, of course there's those whitening strips that you can put on your teeth and leave during the day or during the night. They're good as well. Where do I get my hair extensions from? I will put the website below. They're an Australian company, but there are websites all around the world who do hair extensions. My tip on hair extensions: always try and get Remy hair extensions, because that is like real natural hair, and it's non-dyed, non-milled hair, non-processed, non-anything. No chemicals have been in Remy hair. So it's natural and real hair. So try and get your hands on that. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's really natural and nice. So I'm going to do this section kind of all together. I'm going to ask the questions that were asked, and then I'm going to sort of answer it all together, because it is a big lot of questions along the same lines. What age did you get started and start your venture into fashion? My story for fashion goes like this. I did academic school from grades kinder through to year 10, so grade 10. By that stage, I had majored in D&T design, I had majored in arts. I was, the principal of the school that I went to was incredibly supportive. Shout out to Mr. Oric, thank you so much. He had history in fashion, so he knew where, to place me and what would be really good. So I did some basic research before I left education. What fashion design college did you get into? I got into East Sydney Fashion College, which is a TAFE diploma, and it was in East Sydney, Darlinghurst, here in Sydney. It is now moved to Ultimo, so it is called the Ultimo Fashion Studios. Biggest shout out to my head teacher and the head teacher at the Fashion Design College, Nicholas Huxley. Mwah, love you, Nick. He was my absolute mentor at that school. Remembering I was 16 years of age when I went up for that interview to get into the college. Should I do anything to encourage getting into a college? Yes. If there is a drawing course, if there is a portfolio course, try and enroll yourself in it if you can afford to, because that helps you then set up a portfolio to then sit down and try and get into a college. And we'll never forget sitting down in that interview with Nick and a few other teachers at 16 years of age, and him sort of looking at me and sort of saying, why do you want to do this? Why do you want to be in our school? And I was this crazy, he will remember. I bet you he's watching this video like nodding. Yeah, she was on our case. I was sitting there like, oh my gosh, I love fashion, I love clothes, I love color, and like this little 16-year-old going off her head. And he sat there and he said two things. And he said, first one, he said, I like you, kid. He said, you're crazy, I like you. He said, you can always make a big personality smaller, but you can't make a small personality bigger. The second point he said was, what's your last name? And I said my last name. And he went, ooh, that's a bit boring. So your first name's Jerusha. We're just going to stick with Jerusha. We're just going to call you Jerusha. We'll cut it off there. That's it. And I sort of went, okay. So that's all I was known as. Hence the reason my label is named Jerusha. The signature, which I'll show now, that signature is actually my signature. That's how I sign my name. The way I came up with that logo, because in fashion design school, I used to write my name on everything that way. And by everything, I mean everything and everybody. It was all over my clothes. I used to write Jerusha down my jeans and Jerusha on the back of my jackets. I then progressed to writing it on my friends' clothes. I would tattoo it on my arm. How did you start your business and how did you get the capital? This is kind of all from the same question. I set up a studio in the basement of my parents' house, one old machine of my grandmother's, and I sat there and sewed dresses. I sewed 6 simple jersey dresses. I then made up a catalog, which I don't have. I wish I had my original catalog. It's so cute. An original bifold catalog with 6 dresses that my brother, who's a photographer, took photos of my best friends wearing these dresses. I then printed up 1,000 of these catalogs, put my number, put the name and the price of each dress. I flooded these catalogs through the private schools. I started getting calls, oh, can I order? And I would sit there and I would sew the dresses up, and that's how I made. And it was really, I was inundated with these orders. It was so cute. And that's how I made the capital, to then buy better machines, to sew better, dresses and gowns, to buy the rights to trademark the name, to buy the business name. I drove around all those boutiques and showed them, did a little viewing and a showing of the little collection I had put together of these bigger, prettier dresses. And I ended up selling them to the stores. In those boutiques one day, a fashion agent walked in and she said, oh, who's this label? That is the complete story of my fashion label. What are the best points that you have for someone who's interested in the fashion world, interested in the fashion industry, and wants to start their own fashion label? 110%, my best points are 2 points. First one up, passion. It is all you need. If you have the passion and the drive to do this, you will be able to do it. You will be able to do it simply because it will make you wake up, get up and keep going and keep doing it and want to do it and feel it in your blood. If you do not have passion for this industry, you will get chewed up and spat on the floor. That is what this industry is like. 100 million doors close in your face. Everybody says no. Everybody says we don't really want to see your collection. Everybody says it's not my type. It is so negative. There's always no's. But you know what makes you keep going? Your passion. My second point, as unfortunate as it is for it to be a point, but money. Money is a really, really big point. But it coincides with passion. Because if you get the money and you go out there and you spend, say, 50 grand on a collection and you put it all out there and you make it completely flops on the ground and does absolutely crap and doesn't work, you need to get up with losing 50 grand and keep going. Last question, and finishing up on my frequently asked question video, is, do I love my job? I have said this in a few videos. Absolutely adore my job. I am incredibly blessed that I'm able to work in this industry, and not only work in this industry, but have a setup the way I have it, where I now have my own boutique, where I have a one-on-one connection with customers and clients. The best thing that has happened in my career. If there is anything I can say in this video, it is asking you, please don't sit in that job where you are not happy. Go home, write down all of the points of things you really love to do and what you would love to do. If you had one major opportunity of doing the career of your choice, have a look at it, because it is an option and it is achievable. Thank you so much for watching my frequently most asked questions video. It was very fun. Check out Sam's tutorial on her jewelry and her headband piece. Oh my god, check out her comment where she says, like, holy crib moly. Holy crib moly, what does that even mean? She is so funny. She says some of the most candid things. Check out her channel. Love her. Love you all so much. Thank you so much for watching. Hope everybody is doing really well. Take care. Peace.